Hi everyone, I'm Teacher Olive and you're watching Science Club. Our topic for today is all about digestive system. Digestive system composed of different organs that works together to break down food. The digestive system includes mouth, esophagus, stomach, pancreas, liver, gallbladder, colon or what we call large intestine, rectum, and the last one is anus. The first digestion occurs in our mouth. The mouth. The mouth is the beginning of the digestive tract. And in fact, digestion starts here when taking the first bite of food. Chewing breaks the food into pieces that are more easily digested, while saliva mixes with the food to begin the process of breaking it down into a form your body can absorb and use. The second one is esophagus. Esophagus is located in your throat near your trachea or windpipe. The esophagus receives food from your mouth when you swallow. By means of a series of muscular contraction called peristalsis, the esophagus delivers food to your stomach. The stomach. The stomach is a hollow organ or container that holds food while it's being mixed with enzymes that continue the process of breaking down food into a usable form. Cells in the lining of the stomach secrete a strong acid and powerful enzymes that are responsible for the breaking down process. When the content of the stomach are sufficiently processed, they are released into the small intestine. Small intestine. Small intestine made up of three segments, the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. The small intestine is 22-foot-long muscular tube that breaks down food using enzymes released by the pancreas and bile from the liver. Peristalsis also is at work in this organ, moving food through and mixing it with digestive secretion from the pancreas and liver. The duodenum is largely responsible for the continuous breakdown process, with the jejunum and ileum mainly responsible for the absorption of nutrients into the bloodstream. Content of the small intestine start out of semi-solid and end in a liquid form after passing through the organ. Water, bile, enzymes, and mucus contribute the change in consistency. Once the nutrients have been absorbed and the leftover food residue liquid has passed through the small intestine, it then moves on the large intestine or colon. The liver. The liver has multiple functions, but its main function within the digestive system is to process the nutrients absorbed from the small intestine. Bile from the liver secreted into the small intestine also plays an important role in digesting fat. In addition, the liver is the body's chemical factory. It takes the raw materials absorbed by the intestine and makes all of the virus chemical the body needs to function. The liver also detoxifies potentially harmful chemicals. It breaks down and secretes many drugs. Gallbladder. The gallbladder stores and concentrates bile and then releases it into the duodenum to help absorb and digest fats. Colon, or also known as large intestine. The colon is a 6-foot-long muscular tube that connects the small intestine to the rectum. The large intestine is made up of the caecum, the ascending or right colon, the transverse or across colon, the descending or left colon, and the sigmoid colon, which connect to the rectum. The appendix is a small tube attached to the caecum. The large intestine is a highly specialized organ that is responsible for processing waste so that emptying the bowels is easy and convenient. Stool or waste left over from the digestive process is passed through the colon by means of peristalsis. First in a liquid state and ultimately in a liquid form. As stool passes through the colon, water is removed. Stool is stored in the sigmoid or S-shaped colon until a mass movement empties into the rectum once or twice a day. It normally takes about 36 hours for stool to get through the colon. The stool itself is mostly food debris and bacteria. These bacteria perform several useful functions, such as synthesizing various vitamins, processing waste products and food particles, and protecting against harmful bacteria. When the descending colon becomes full or stool or feces, it empties its contents into the rectum to begin the process of elimination. The rectum, or Latin word for straight, is an 8-inch chamber that connects the colon to the anus. It is the rectum's job to receive stool from the colon, to let the person know that there is stool to be evacuated, and to hold the stool until evacuation happens. When anything comes into the rectum, sensors send a message to the brain. The brain then decides if the rectal content can be released or not. If they can, the sphincters relax and rectum contract, disposing its contents. If the contents cannot be disposed, the sphincter contracts and the rectum accommodates so that the sensation temporarily goes away. The last part of the digestive system is the anus. The anus can be found below the rectum. It is a 2 inches long canal consisting of the pelvic floor muscles and the 2 anal sphincters, internal and external. The lining of the upper anus is specialized to detect rectal contents. It lets you know whether the contents are liquid, gas, or solid. The anus is surrounded by sphincters muscles that are important in allowing controls of stool. The pelvic floor muscles creates an angle between the rectum and the anus that stops stool from coming out when it is not supposed to. The internal sphincters is always tight except when stool enters the rectum. It keeps us continent when we are asleep or otherwise unaware of the presence of stool. When we get an urge to go to the bathroom, we rely on our external sphincters to hold the stool until reaching the toilet, where it then relaxes to release the contents. Now, a tour of your digestive system. That's all for today. Enjoy watching. See you!